The hidden war against INFJs. Have you ever felt like you're fighting a battle no one else sees, one that you didn't choose, but were born into? A silent war where the battlefield is your mind, your emotions, and the way the world responds to your soul? INFJ. This war isn't a metaphor. It's real. And you've been a soldier since the day you realized you were different. You try to love, to help, to guide, but instead, you're misunderstood, manipulated, and sometimes outright attacked. And yet, you keep showing up. But why is it that no matter how kind your intentions, the world seems to push back? This isn't about playing victim. This is about finally giving language to what you've been sensing your whole life. This is about reclaiming your power in a world that fears what it doesn't understand, and you, INFJ, are the one thing it can't seem to figure out. In this video, we're uncovering the brutal truths behind the hidden war against INFJs. We'll dive deep into the psychological forces, emotional traps, and subtle spiritual battles you've endured, often in silence. And most importantly, you'll walk away not just validated, but armed. Stick around. Because the truth has been buried long enough. 1. Your insight threatens the illusion of control. You walk into a room and immediately sense the tension. No one says a word, but you know. You pick up on dishonesty even when it's cloaked in smiles. You see the unspoken struggles in others before they do. And that terrifies people. Why? Because most people live behind carefully constructed facades, and you can see right through them. The INFJ's dominant function, introverted intuition, naturally pierces veils. You don't just analyze behavior, you feel what people hide. This unconscious ability to decode hidden agendas, emotional wounds, and manipulations is threatening to those who seek control through deception. INFJs often internalize this. Why do people react so harshly to me? I was just trying to help. You start shrinking your presence, toning down your intuition, numbing your gift, just to be accepted. But all that does is create a war within. Remember, awareness is not aggression. Don't apologize for seeing clearly. 2. Your compassion is exploited as weakness. You're the one people vent to at 2 a.m., the one who notices when someone's energy is off, even if they smile. You pour out love, guidance, and hope, and it feels right, until it doesn't. Because often, the same people you help turn on you. Suddenly you're too sensitive, too much, or worse, used and ghosted. INFJs lead with extroverted feeling, meaning they intuitively prioritize others' emotional well-being. But in a society that values dominance, power, and independence, empathy is often mistaken for weakness. You offer softness in a world conditioned to exploit it. This betrayal cuts deeper than most realize. Because when you give love, you give soul. And when it's tossed aside, it's not just rejection, it feels like your essence was misused. Say no, without explaining yourself. You don't owe access to everyone just because you could help. 3. You trigger people's shadows. Ever notice how some people lash out at you? Unprovoked? You're calm, kind, thoughtful. And yet, their energy shifts the moment you speak from a place of truth or depth. That's not random, it's projection. INFJs unintentionally reflect people's suppressed selves. You mirror back what others avoid, their insecurities, guilt, hidden desires, and shame. Jung called this the shadow, the parts of ourselves we reject. When you hold a mirror up to someone's shadow, they often react with anger or distance. And you internalize it. Did I do something wrong? But no, you were simply being you. The war isn't personal, it's spiritual. Their war isn't with you, it's with themselves. You're just the trigger. Practice energy detachment. Meditation or grounding practices, like placing your bare feet on the earth, can help. 4. You see meaning where others see chaos. In a world chasing productivity, you seek purpose. While others scroll, you reflect. Where others see coincidence, you see patterns. You connect dots no one else notices, turning chaos into clarity. Introverted intuition, NI, isn't just insight, it's meaning making. INFJs seek to align everything, emotions, actions, relationships, with a deeper purpose. But this terrifies those who thrive in distraction. This often makes you feel like the only one who cares on a soul level. You wonder, am I the only one trying to grow? But the loneliness isn't a flaw, it's a sign you're on the right path. Seek out other visionaries. Even one aligned soul can feel like coming home. 5. Your authenticity disrupts groupthink. You've never fit in, and you stopped trying years ago. Conforming feels like a slow death to your spirit. But every time you stand alone in truth, you notice something strange. People either follow or fight you. Groups often subconsciously punish nonconformity. When you act from deep conviction instead of trends, you destabilize the herd mentality. This isn't rebellion, it's integrity. But in systems designed to maintain sameness, your truth is dangerous. This can feel crushing. Because INFJs crave belonging, but not at the cost of their soul. So you often choose solitude over self-betrayal. And it hurts. But it's holy. Remember, authenticity always attracts what's real, even if it repels what's fake first. 6. You grow in silence, and that's misunderstood. You disappear sometimes, not to escape, but to evolve. You process pain privately, heal quietly, and return transformed. But people often misread this silence. They think you're distant, cold, strange. Unlike extroverted personalities who grow through external feedback, INFJs evolve through internal alchemy. You turn wounds into wisdom in solitude. But in a world that values visibility, silence is seen as suspect. This makes INFJs feel like they're always explaining themselves. But growth doesn't need applause. It just needs space. And you have every right to claim it. Understand, growth is not a group project. Your healing doesn't need permission. 7. You were born for depth in a world of surface. You crave soul conversations while others chase surface-level thrills. You hunger for depth, in love, in friendship, in purpose. But so often, you're met with small talk, shallow motives, and emotional avoidance. INFJs operate at a soul frequency. Your depth is your superpower, but also your battlefield. Because in a world addicted to distraction, depth is discomforting. You don't just see people, you feel into them. And that makes people squirm. This leads to profound loneliness. The ache of connection in a world too afraid to go there. But don't water yourself down. The ones who crave depth? They're searching for you too. Be a lighthouse, not a lifeboat. Shine your depth, but don't chase those unwilling to dive. INFJ, this war you've been fighting, it's real. But it's not a curse. It's proof of your power. You threaten the lies. You expose the shadows. You feel too much, care too deeply, and love without guarantees. And that isn't weakness. That's warrior energy. You're not here to fit in. You're here to wake people up. To bring truth to places filled with noise. To heal quietly and love profoundly. You're not here to survive this war. You're here to win it, by being fully yourself. Don't hide anymore. Don't shrink. Don't apologize for what makes you different. The war may be hidden, but now? You see it clearly. And when you see it, you can rise above it. If this spoke to your soul, let me know in the comments. You're not alone anymore. Share your story, someone else needs it. And if you want more content tailored to the INFJs, subscribe. This space is yours. Your intuition isn't broken. Your love isn't weakness. Your depth isn't too much. You're just INFJ. And you were never meant to be ordinary. Stay safe, and see you in the next one.